Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone, to all the listeners, to family, friends, associates, enemies, to everyone. Happy New Year. 2023 has arrived. And the beautiful thing about 2023 is that I got to see 2023. My grandfather just passed away. He didn't get a chance to see 2023. So many has passed away. So many have gone on. 2022. And the thing about it is, a lot of people who were full of energy, who didn't have infirmities in their body, thought they were going to see 2023, and they didn't. They were not able to see 2023. But those who made it, give God all the praise, all the glory. Thank God that you got a chance to see 2023. Now, the goal, the objective is to make it to see 2024 and so on. However, we have no control over death. The only thing we can do is contribute what we can contribute here on this side while we have the breath of life in our body. So now, my question to you is, do you even know why you're here? Do you know why you're here? Think about that. Self-reflect a little bit. Why are you placed here on this earth? Well, we know our parents created us, or God has given them the energy, the love, or whatnot to create us, but it's God's purpose for us to be here. But do you know why you're here? Well, for one, I know why I'm here. I mean, I know I'm here for God's glory, just like pretty much everyone on the earth. We're here for His purpose, for His will, to carry it out. Good or bad, we're here to carry out a job. But we do have a specific reason. Is it for you? Is it to teach? Is it to be a parent? Is it to be a truck driver? Is it to go to the moon to be an astronaut? Is it to discover other inventions to help mankind? Why are you here? You know, we all have a job. And the scriptures say, John 3:16, it says, God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. Whosoever believeth in Him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. But remember, the first part of it says, God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. God has given someone to somebody. I remember looking at different people growing up, like Michael Jordan and Troy Aikman, different athletes, because I was an athlete. So we looked at these different athletes that brought us motivation, that brought us confidence, that brought us to a mindset that could help us get to that level that they're on. Playing hard, practicing hard. They were college students at one time. They'd done a lot of good on the field to help their team win championships. Like, for a young man like looking at successful athletes that was brought to us for that purpose. Maybe there's someone that was a doctor or a lawyer that came into your life that you looked up to. I remember my aunt being a school teacher. She was an inspiration to my grandfather's niece. And guess what? When she grew up, she went to college to be a school teacher because my aunt, Joyce Marie Giddens Stedham, who actually has a school named after her here in Dallas, Texas, she ended up going and following in her footsteps. She went and finished up her education, and now she's been teaching for over 20 some odd plus years. And if she hasn't retired, she's about to retire. But she fulfilled her purpose because of my aunt, because of the person that God brought forth to her life to inspire her to become a teacher. So, again, what is your purpose? I think purposes are beautiful, especially when it's productive. I'm going to leave you with this quick little story here. There's a lady who was my children's great aunt. Very sweet, very caring, very beautiful woman of God. She was placed here. She was married to my children's mom, her uncle. And I'm going to tell you something. That woman was the sweetest. I'm talking about when she comes into the atmosphere, whether she comes into your house, she comes to church, wherever, like she lit up. It's like her vibe, her energy, her being around you. Just everybody was just so happy to see that sister. And she loved smiling. She loved giving. She loved doing things. So you didn't even have to ask her to do anything. She would just get right to it and just do it. That was just in her nature. She was a mother. She was a God-fearing woman of God. She was a great wife. And I'm going to tell you something. Them type of women are hard to find. Guys, let me tell you, when I say she was a beautiful woman inside and out, she was just a beautiful woman. I remember she told me, I was talking to her. She said, Brother Dalen, did you know that she did so much for the church? She did so much for people outside. She would actually go and send prisoners the Sunday's message. Now, her husband was the bishop of the church. He was a minister. And she would take notes of the sermons that were giving on Sunday. That was one of her ministries. She would just she found a prison in around the state of Texas or whatnot. And she ended up just as a pen pal writing different men. She was writing to different prisoners to encourage them that God still loved them. Regardless of what they've done wrong, God still loved them. And she would send them the notes that she took during service of the sermon. And she would send it to the prisoners. And they were just excited that somebody cared enough to send them a word of encouragement, a word of faith. She also took care of her mother-in-law. Took care of her mother-in-law like that was her own mother. And she did that for quite some time. When her husband goes to work, he comes home, she took care of she was a true wife. She took care of so many things. Man, the sad part about the situation is that her being here was a beautiful thing. However, it was cut short due to cancer. First time she beat cancer, it was gone. We all was happy. I remember when she was going through it, that cancer it stunned her, it hurt her, So she got that rectified, went to the doctors. She got right back to work after she was healed and that cancer left. However, fast forward a few years later, cancer came back. This time it came back even harder, and it took her out. The crazy part is the mother-in-law she took care of, they both died within 48 hours of each other. But here's the deal. She fulfilled her purpose. Let me say this again. She fulfilled her purpose as a wife, as a friend, as a mentor, as somebody that people who didn't even know her or she didn't even know, she fulfilled that purpose for them on an encouraging side. And trust me, I'm sure those guys probably were like, man, what the rest of what the minister preach about the next Sunday and the next Sunday? Well, some of those men probably don't even know if she even passed or not. They just know they probably didn't receive any. They just found out and just figured, well, something happened, because they probably more than likely, of course, didn't get a chance to receive the messages for Sunday service. But again, the question is, why are you here? What is your purpose? What is your purpose? I want you to continue to stay strong. Let's continue to get wiser. Let's continue to get better. It's 2023. And let me tell you something. Whatever God's purpose is for you and for your lifetime, do it. No ifs, ands, or buts. No excuses. Just do it. Trust me, you will feel so much better if you just do it. Isn't that what Nike said? Isn't that the saying for Nike? Just do it. I want you to love, live, laugh, and enjoy life. Also, there will be a email for you after this that you can look down over in the comments or down there in the description. And the email is motivationalstoday@gmail.com. Let me say this again. The email is motivationalstoday@gmail.com. Send me your testimony. Send me your purpose. Why are you here? I would love to share your testimony. If you have a testimony, share your testimony. I know God has done something beautiful in your life. Love everyone, no matter what the situation is. Look, we all make mistakes in life. We all are not happy about certain things that we've done. But your purpose for being here is important. And we need you. We need your voice. We need your love. We need your laughter. We need it. Let's continue to get right. Let's continue to get better.